We have been on a roll with content and fresh product drops here on this channel. From the new Rocat mouse, a new glorious keyboard, the new Razer keyboard, the $2,000 Meze headphones, the new Ducky keyboard, and that hot new HyperX keyboard. And we're not gonna stop there. Today, we're gonna talk about the new HyperX Haste Wireless mouse. So in the box of your Haste Wireless mouse, of course you're gonna get your mouse, right? Then you're gonna get your USB extender, your USB dongle, your braided USB-C cable, some extra feet and some grips actually for 1 and 2, and then your sides right there. Really cool to include all that. Yes, like I stated, it is USB-C with your detachable deal, and it's a little extender if that's what you're into. One thing I wanna show you really quick, talking about the dongle in the bottom, you actually have a nice little storage compartment right there, so you never gotta lose or misplace your dongle. Now let's go and take a quick look at the dimensions in the specs right here. And as you're seeing the dimensions, well, it probably looks quite familiar to some other products we have used before. And the two I want to pull out to show you is, well, the Zowie FK and then the glorious Model O. I would put this kind of in between right here a little bit. I would say the HyperX Pulsefire Haste just fills out the hand a pinch more. Definitely feels a little bit more wider right there. But again, they all, as far as fitting in the hand and sitting into the hand, they feel the same. Again, you get a slight little hump. It's real low, but it sits in there. Again, you get the same if you use the Zowie FK or if you use the glorious Model O. I feel like it's gonna be a very easy transition coming to the Pulsefire Haste. And of course, let's go and check the weight right here. And I have the dongle out of it. We're getting right at 60 grams right here. And just for grins and giggles, I'm gonna go on and weigh up the Model O wireless here. We're getting 70 grams. Of course, I do have my grips on the sides right here, so we gotta account that. Just focusing on those core specs right there, right? The dimensions of using it, putting it in your hand. That's what I love about the Haste. It's such a natural, universal mouse. I put it in like that G Pro wireless class. If someone never knows what mouse to get, I always say, yo, you're gonna be perfectly fine with the G Pro wireless. It's gonna be that medium right there that I think is gonna suit a lot of hands. And I do get that with this. Even though I state it feels a little bit bigger than some of the other ones, I still feel like it's very safe and it works great for any games. If I'm playing Destiny, Call of Duty, Halo, a story game, whatever, it's comfortable. And again, it just fits solid. Talking about solid, guys, the build of this thing is solid. It really is. No flex, no creaking, no rattling, no nothing on this thing. Very solid build here. Now touching on some of the performance with this mouse using that 3335 sensor. Again, guys, it's so hard to tell sensor to sensor these days. They're all so stinking good. I didn't know a difference. And I play Halo, I don't want to say at a high level, but I play it competitively, right? I want to win. It's one of the games, one of the few games that I do take serious. And I never had any issues, no lag, no delay, no liftoff issues or anything, you know. Again, it performs spot on for me. And again, it does charge by USB-C right there. As you see, you got your detachable cable. I mean, the cable's not great. It's nothing you're really gonna wanna use wired, but you can use it wired if your battery drops on you right there. And again, you have this little extender right here with a little HyperX logo. USB-C to USB-A. It's got little grippies on it, so it's not gonna budge on you right there. Now, backtracking a little bit, talking about the mouse in my hand, I wanna talk about the buttons, guys. As you see with my grip right here, kind of get like that relaxed claw, right? I pull it back into my palm, but if I get in a heated moment, yeah, I'll pull it up into like a pretty aggressive claw right here. But no matter what grip I get it into, the buttons are in the perfect spot. Check out them side buttons right there, bam. Right there, they're not too far forward, not too far back, kind of right in the middle. And again, for me at least, they are in the perfect position. Taking a look at 1 and 2, as you see, you got slight grooves right there. The scroll wheel is nice and recessed. Again, the button placement and feel is fantastic, other than 1 and 2. Listen to this here, guys. Did you hear that right there? I'm not sure how well the camera mic's gonna pick it up right here, but 1, or the left button, whichever number we call that, is a really soft press. I mean, it's still clicky, but it's soft. When I come over to the right button, it's clear as day, firmer, and it messes with my head in game. It seriously messes with my head. Maybe that's just me, but it's like soft, firm, soft, firm. Now the side buttons are perfectly fine. Same with the scroll wheel. All the other buttons are spot on and they feel amazing. I hope that's just my copy right there with that 1 and 2, because again, it's annoying so much that, yeah, I couldn't use it. It would mess with my head. I felt like I was mispressing my button over here and I would double check myself. Now, unfortunately, there's one other thing that also brought this mouse down for me, going right back up to 1 and 2. When I press them down right here, hopefully you guys can catch it. You see how much that center little support where the scroll wheel is on sticks up? Not sure how well you guys can catch it, but I'm pressing it down and that whole thing is sticking up there. Coming over to this side, same thing. So if I'm pressing 1 and 2 and I'm kind of close to the middle, kind of getting to my scroll wheel or whatever, my finger starts hitting that side, that little lip right there. There you go. You can kind of see, and my finger just brushes up against the side. So what am I talking about? Let's go on and pull out a Zowie, right? You kind of got that same deal with that split right in the middle. You're catching me, right? So when I press down on a Zowie, as you can see, it's minimal. It's not even enough for me to even feel it on my fingers. Now, that's going to be different person to person. That's more of a nitpick or personal preference thing, right? You might keep your fingers farther out to the side. Me personally, I keep them inside because I use my scroll wheel quite frequently to switch weapons, drop grenades, or whatever. It was something that made me not want to use the mouse. But again, as I stated, that stuff up there might be personal preference. Hopefully my weird 1 and 2 is just my copy. But again, as far as that in-hand performance, that feel, it's great. Heck, even the glide right here, guys, it's really nice. The weight is perfectly balanced. I don't feel heavier in the front, heavier in the back or anything. Perfectly balanced here. Gliding on any surface, again, it's darn near perfect. And honestly, that's right where I leave the HyperX Pulsefire Haste Wireless mouse right here. Almost perfect. I put it at almost because one thing's got to be personal preference. I got to leave that right there. My 1 and 2, hopefully it's just my copy. Please let me know down in the comments if you use this mouse and you've experienced it before. I haven't watched any other videos, so I don't know what anyone else is experiencing on it, but hopefully that's just my copy. Now, the Pulsefire Haste Wireless is coming at 80 bucks, which is a fantastic value. It really is. It's right in line with the glorious Model O Wireless. Pretty much right in line with a Zowie mouse as well. So as I compare it to these mice in shape and performance and everything, it's honestly right there as far as price as well. So would I pick the Pulsefire Haste over either of these? Right now, with my copy, even though it's wired and I love and live wireless products, I'm sorry, man. I love Zowie mice. I love Zowie mice. I really do. Let's go this route. Would I take the Pulsefire Haste over the glorious Model O Wireless? Oh, man, that's a tough one. I'd go glorious Model O Wireless. I would go glorious Model O Wireless. That's not saying anything bad about the Pulsefire Haste, guys. Please don't take it that way. Okay, and I'm not trying to fluff this up at all. That's not what I'm saying. Heck, I'm still trying to get my check from my HyperX keyboard video. You know what I mean? I love this mouse. I really do. It is a fantastic mouse. It's a mouse I've dreamt about. Please make this in wireless. And they did it. And it's at a great price. It's a solid product. It really is. But again, it's almost perfect. Golly, I forget in every video to show you guys RGB. You can see how important RGB is to me. Not much at all. Anyways, right here you have your scroll wheel as far as RGB, and then whenever you change your DPI setting, it changes the RGB in there. And then of course you can control it on the ever so horrible HyperX Ingenuity software where there's not much to do in there, but that's your RGB.